Alright guys, welcome to today's video. I don't know if based off yesterday's video you were as excited as I was to race Tommy. I mean, I didn't even tell you guys the time, but we were up till like 4 a.m. last night dialing in the Evo and everything, because the plan was that we were going to race today with Tommy's GTR, how it was, versus my Evo now that I actually have the proper fueling for my new turbo. But all of a sudden, Tommy is saying he doesn't want to race anymore until he upgrades his fuel system now. And we were like arguing about it all morning, and I'm just gonna let him explain because I don't want to put words in his mouth, and I'd rather you guys hear it from him why he decided he won't race my Evo anymore. Some of his reasons may be legitimate, but I think he might just be scared of the Evo because it's pretty scary now. I'm gonna give Chris a ride later and you guys can see how fast this thing is. Now that I know that everything works, one of my first tasks is to clean up this mess down in here. So since we're not recirculating the blow-off valve anymore, I can take this and unfortunately I don't have a like welded on place to put the blow-off valve, but what I can do is shorten this to put the blow-off valve over here. And then I'm thinking of, instead of having to get a new line, deleting this hard line that goes from the back of the engine to the front of the engine, so I can just run a vacuum line straight from the source back here, because there's no real reason to have this line kind of clouding up the engine bay. So I'm gonna try to simplify this, make this a little bit nicer because it's kind of stressing me out how ugly it is. And we'll do the good old 1, 2, 3. All right, and now we are somewhat simplified. So I don't have this long, ugly hose there anymore. I forget where it went, but I got rid of the carbon canister, which I don't need, some random brackets and vacuum lines that I don't need. So now I have all this extra room. I'll probably end up mounting the second catch can back here. I still want to clean up this wiring for the battery and everything, but at least now I finalized the wiring for this IAT sensor. I've got the blow-off valve a little bit nicer, and I've simplified some vacuum lines. So hopefully now nothing will get jostled loose and she'll still run good.
I was told I have to talk loud, so is this good?
That's good.
All right, great. I don't think I've been in this yet. Is that loud enough, Adam?
You gotta tell me if you think it's faster than Tommy's car.
Okay.
How good's your butt dyno?
I don't know, not that good. My memory's not that great, so.
I don't think your memory has anything but.
Well, the memory of being in Tommy's car.
Dude, these glasses have a giant scratch in the side.
That's so annoying.
I love how the turbo sounds now.
Be a lot, like you have to shift a lot more than him, I feel like.
Yeah, for sure.
So I feel like that is gonna be a big role in the race.
The weird thing is though, whenever we race, I feel like I feel like the shifting plays into my advantage. Except
you think
like,
so?
His last gear, like our last gear that we raced in, he usually starts pulling on me there. Yeah, dude, 1, 2, 3, 4, like you shift a lot.
Yeah, no, it's like shift. I think we have to convince him to race. Because like I personally
no, dude, like literally he argued with me all morning. It's not gonna happen.
I personally think it's gonna be close.
Well, the thing is, I'm 99% sure he could just turn his boost up to what it was, but he's like, oh, well, my injectors were close to maxed out.
I don't know if they saved that map.
But even if, I almost guarantee you, he could just like raise the boost.
Oh.
You know
I mean, yeah, you can ask him.
No. We've been over. He's not racing.
Better if you start in fourth and you go rather than going through all the gears.
Yeah.
I love the turbo noise. It feels a lot faster around corners. Like going straight, I'm like, all right, this is cool. But going around corner, I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ.
It's just a good kill. I
like this road right up here. Yeah, oh, I'm sorry, you know, Mr. Local.
That's just the house.
What are you doing? Third, dude, third. What the hell are you doing? Hey, how's it going? I'm Chris.
Chris what?
I don't know.
Can I say your middle name?
I used to be Chris Money LZ, I think, but now I'm Chris Poor Boy LZ, and he pays me to hang out with him, so can't complain about that one.
Can I
hey,
say?
You owe me money, by the way.
Can I say your middle name?
No.
Is this secret?
I mean, it's not, but no one knows, and I'd rather just stay on.
If no one knows, it's a secret.
Half these people probably don't even know me anyways.
I go, is it a secret? He goes, no, but no one knows.
Oh, the secret one.
You should just cut the tape, huh?
Chris, how much do I owe you?
Dude, this dude has asked this question about 10 times.
What the fuck is this?
What
He
the
keeps
hell?
cash in his Porsche cup.
150, dude. Is this a joke? What the?
What is in there? That's ruined money. That's garbage. You might as well throw it out.
I mean, if it's garbage, I'll take it.
Dude, I know where the garbage is. It's in my back pocket.
He's editing all this out.
That's not going in the video.
Here's 100. I didn't say to bite it. It's disrespectful. Have some self-respect, Chris. Here's 100. Can you break a 60?
Break a 60.
Here's a 20.
I thought it was 170.
No, it's 150. You said the less.
Yeah, it was fine. I only did a 360 I wanted to do with glasses on.
Yeah.
It's whatever.
Oh, that's a clip I saw.
My question is, what am I gonna make tonight?
I don't know. That is very unfortunate.
Dude's like flossing money around and shit and wearing that shirt.
Hey, relax.
That shirt.
All right, Tommy. The stage has been set. I don't want to put words in your mouth, and I want to have your exact explanation as to why we're not racing.
Okay, we are racing, just not today.
Okay, well, so I don't want to put words in your mouth. You
Don't
explain.
put words in
You
my
explain.
So Adam changed his entire setup,
I changed my turbo.
injectors, turbo, mathless. He changed a large part of his setup. We raced, but you weren't fully tuned. What were you on a boost? 28?
Something like that, but that was, again, max injector.
Max injector.
Correct.
So I went to the dyno because Chris and I have a little race that we need to do if this car ever runs again.
Fixing it.
And we had to lower my boost. So when we raced, none of my, what is it, the Lambda stuff?
You were in open loop. Not
I was in
closed
open loop. So what that meant is whatever he set it at is how it was, which is cool and unsafe. Reason being, I believe my fuel pump is maxed out. He said injector duty cycle, but I think we never, I don't have a fuel pressure gauge.
It could be other ones.
It could be either the fuel pump or the injectors. So I was in the cooler weather, which we've been in for quite a while, I was at 100% duty cycle after 7,400 RPMs. Now, as it gets colder, you agree that will get worse, correct?
Yeah, so if it gets colder, it depends on how the ECU is set up. But
In the closed loop.
It may want more fuel because the air is denser and you're able to feed
More
more
oxygen,
air,
right.
depending on how you're targeting your boost.
So I don't know how he's targeting boost. However, he told me it was unsafe. We lowered the boost so I was at a safe threshold with injector. Now, mind you, this is a track race I'm about to do.
Which makes sense. I don't want to race your slow car. Like, I don't want to
Correct.
race you with your booster.
So that was the idea. We didn't want to race with my booster. Now my car made 36 wheel horsepower less on this setup. It made more torque, but he like ramped the boost down because I was out after 6,500 RPMs.
So you are basically, your car is tuned down to what my Evo was.
Exactly.
So all that I want is you to basically put the setup how it used to be.
How it used to be.
Correct.
So what I would need to do is manipulate the weather outside, or all I have to do is put the Hellcat fuel pump in that I have and leave boost at 21.5 pounds.
Yeah.
That's all he has to do. Or like target whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
So that's why we're not racing, because I'm slower and it's silly to race a slower GTR
I
than
agree.
what was before.
I think the issue was, the issue is your tuner's at a wedding right now.
Correct.
But in an ideal world, we would have just been able to put the settings in the car exactly back to what it was, and because it's warmer out today, you would be fine today.
Right.
And
So I don't know how he has it set, because I don't know, like you said, like if it's target stuff. I mean, I know it's on the, now, so my wideband was bad. That's why he had it on open or closed.
Right.
Closed. So my wideband was open. So we replaced the wideband, and here we are now. We're safe for the race. When we're done, I mean, all I have to do is put the Hellcat pump in, but he's in Texas until whenever. So I'll put the Hellcat pump in. He'll come back within a reasonable time, I'm sure. We'll turn the boost back up to 22. You and I can race. Then I can do what you did and turn my boost up even more, and we can race again.
100% though, with your boost turned up, you'll eat the Evo. You've got displacement and you've got more airflow with those turbos.
So what do you mean, like with it boot turned up more than the 21.5?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like this setup, I knew would max out at less power than you already make. on my Evo.
So you don't know what your power is, and you're not even really fully dialed yet,
no
right?
one really makes more than 500 wheel with that.
Okay.
So like, I knew that if I maxed out my setup completely with fuel, with air and everything,
You'd be at 500.
I might be at the same power as your GTR.
Okay, yeah.
So
That's where I want it.
Yeah.
I want them the same because all right. So before
I
when I
got upset this morning because you were like, oh, I don't want to race you until I put a bigger fuel pump and turn the boost up.
yeah, no backup.
Okay, but
is what I meant.
it sounded like you wanted to then raise your boost, and it's like, well, crap. Then to make my car as equal as yours. Now we're playing this game to where now
Which we both want to avoid.
Yeah, we don't want to like have the horsepower.
And I think my car at 22 or 21 and a half pounds is fast enough.
I would not want it faster than that.
That was the other thing. Like me and Ty took the corner by the dam the other day in third gear, and the car like stepped out in third. And the track, if I'm at second gear, I really want to be able to like put it down. You know what I mean? So anyway, that's why we're not racing until I put the fuel pump in.
When's that gonna happen?
Dude, I can put the fuel pump in after Chris and I can put the fuel pump in now, but I can't get tuned in time. So I'm gonna put the fuel pump in after Chris and I do our race, if that happens.
Well, how's Chris gonna get tuned in time then?
He's gonna remote tune Chris's car on Monday or Tuesday or something. So we should be good. After Chris's race, because then we're leaving the following week, I can throw the Hellcat fuel pump. Maybe he can remote tune it next week. Like, or maybe he has the map saved.
Depending on what's going on, there's a possibility. If literally all you have to do is throw a fuel pump in and then turn the boost back up, Jamie's probably going to tune my Evo on the dyno, so you could probably go to the same dyno if you wanted to.
No, I'm down. I mean, I bet the guy has the map, or he could like do the. I bet
the map's under ECU as long as it's not locked.
No, like the new
the
or
old
the
map?
old map where I was at 21 and a half pounds.
Yeah.
So let's just aim for that, and we'll run. I mean, Chris took a ride in your car. How fast? Do you think it was fast?
Yeah, like I said to him, I think the shifting is gonna hurt him because he just shifts so much more.
Just as much, but we'll see.
Yeah,
Because he was hanging in gear.
Yeah, but you're
remember your advantage. You were like, if I hang in gear a little bit,
which
I
makes no
gain on
sense
you.
because my turbo kind of falls up top. But like I noticed that I would pull on you if I hung in gear
yeah.
that little extra bit longer.
I mean, if they're that close, we succeeded. If
still-
they're close enough
I think
where you stay in 500 RPMs more and you edge out, or you shift 500 RPMs earlier and you lose, we succeeded.
I think I'm bummed because today, like, the Evo, I feel like would be the perfect match for the GTR, like, in its past state. I think if it's after I get a dyno tune, I think it'll beat the GTR. But I think if we had a race today, it would have been, like, dead even.
But if you're going to dyno, you're going to tune it, you're going to...
Well, timing's still not played with,
right.
yeah. So there could be, 20 to 30 wheel gains just from a degree of timing.
What would be cool is if you were on the same dyno as us, we tapped in remotely, and if I had to turn my boost up 2 pounds to make the same number. What I really would like to do is make the exact same number
On the same
and
dyno?
see what happens on the street.
I mean, we can do that.
You
We
know
can go
what I
to EFI's dyno. It's very easy for me to change, like, my boost target in the ECU.
Right.
And, like, I can figure out what level I need to be to make the same power as your car.
So are you going to run with like max boost, 34 pounds?
Yeah, but 34 pounds on that turbo is like...
No, I'm just asking,
Yeah.
are you going to keep it maxed out?
Yeah. Why not?
So it'll be interesting.
Yeah. So, anyway, stay tuned.
To the skate park. You've been looking for that?
Yeah, so I'm ripping over to the skate park. I'm going to visit some friends at Woodbury, and then Runnick's going to meet up with me, and we're going to ride some bikes. You should come skate, dude. Ledgewood's sick.
I can't after home.
I wish we could get you with the family.
Families, man.
I'll be impressed if you can get it, Chris.
Think I can hop it, ninja drop this thing? If I can ninja drop it, I can do
If you can't ninja drop this thing, I'm disappointed.
anything. Wait, really?
This thing's low, dude. Come on.
It's scary, dude.
Nah. Oh, that was hard.
Oh, that's scary.
Yeah, Chris. That's no joke.
Dang, that was scary, dude.
Yeah, I wouldn't even do that.
I was like 180 and I'm like, don't hit the back wheel, don't hit the back wheel. That was good.
I wouldn't do that. That's a steep ramp.
You know what'd be sick?
What?
Set up that kicker somewhere, like try to trick over that cone. I don't know if I can do anything. I'm just saying it would be sick if we did.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Dude, the kicker, like somewhere right there and like a gap into that bank. That's sick.
If you want to do it, do it. Just ask the skaters.
Okay. Yeah, it looked pretty smooth. You slid it like butter.
Yeah, Chris.
What is that oogity booty thing?